Up above the streets and houses, Taliban flying high. Everyone can see they're smiling over the sky. That bloke shouldn't text and drive, should he? Definitely not, especially in one of them cars. Let's have a look. Good evening and welcome to the Jason Holmes Show on Raconteurs News. Sure. Good evening to you. Good evening to everyone who's in the chat room. Eunice's in there. Ron Malcolm, Sean Hamer. Do you know what's this one? Sorry, the one at the top tells me that I can make them all come up on screen. Matt Caddy as well as probably Donna. I hope you're okay. I hope you're all not got the Kung flu or the Delhi flu, whatever it was, and that you're all right and you've not had the I wonder. Do you know what? I wonder how. It's hitting the censorship and everything. I wonder how it's hurting the vacuum cleaner company Vax, because if anybody it might get ragged up on Facebook or not put on, or they probably won't let him, because it's all robots that watch it. I don't know. Evening all, Taliban undefeated after 20 years seems legit. Do they even own a fighter jet? Yeah, they do. They've got loads of fighter jets now because they've got what the Americans are left behind. Because Americans have just fucking picked up what they can and just basically fucked off. I saw some the other day that listed the amount of gear that's been left behind. I mean, there's some surface-to-air missiles and all sorts of different things. Some heavy artillery had been left behind, some black Hawk helicopters, all that sort of stuff. So they've got loads of stuff now, loads of jet fighters. They've got loads of stuff now, but what do they need it for? Their country's fucking big enough. Ours fits into it fucking about 100 times. It's that big, so they've got plenty of space. They could probably do with a coast, but if they sort of follow Dubai's fashion, they might be able to send a few. Bring a sea. They come back by instead of sea. Dig out a great big hole and fill it with water and call it a sea. I mean, I'm sure they can do that. Evening to dinner. And to you, Donna, as well, and blah blah. Oh, oof. Well, it's been funny. I mean, I've not done that. I didn't do an after dark. I do an after dark last time? I think last time I did one where an after dark, and I did yeah. Anyway, I got some comments about that bloke who come on. Some people saying, why didn't you let him talk and all this sort of thing, and interrupting and saying I were rude and things. And I thought that he was the rude one. Yeah, you're right there, Uni. The Afghan thing is a big joke. Yeah, Paul Cotte, good evening to you. And Gren Cipriara, fucking, I'm terrible names. She says good evening, he or she says good evening, Jason and all. Yeah, good evening to you. You were late. I didn't put "don't be late" at the bottom, so you probably thought, well, I'll probably be a bit late. It's like when we used to have to smoke in places, and then you went into a place and it said no smoking, right? And so you didn't smoke. So but some places had these signs that said absolutely no smoking, just in case you were just about, to think, well, it says no smoking, but, we probably have half and flip it, and then, you can flip it and save it for later. Yeah. So it's, I don't even know why I got onto that. Well, it's all happening anyway, all across the plane or the globe, depending on your orientation. Have you lost weight, Jason? I have a bit. Have I lost weight? Hang on. Babe, someone's asking if I've lost weight. Yeah. The funny thing is that this is a T-shirt that my wife bought me, and I've not worn it. I've never worn it. She only bought me like last week or so, but I've not worn it. I've not even tried it on, and it's a little large for me, to say the least. It's a little bit, a bit large. So no, I've not lost weight. I've just got like really baggy clothes on. The amount of X's that were before the L, I hoped were kisses, but they weren't. So anyway, that's what it is. Good evening to you, Chris Partridge, and Richard Griffiths as well. Good evening to you, Richard. Mascara Snake. Yes, we're getting there now, aren't we? We're getting there now. Yeah, so I got a bit of face on with comments, and I shouldn't really read comments. I don't normally. Well, I didn't used to, but now I've started reading them, and I don't know why. And some of them I just thought I just put on thing. I don't know whether I'll fucking bother in future, because like all I'm getting is criticism. That cunt were all over fucking place. It was all over. Yeah. So, and he was talking over people who were rude. He were rude to me, and he went. If he wants to come on it, on a show, then I'll say that he's a guest, and then people can make their own choice, can't they? They can either listen or they can go and listen to, do something else. So, Spanish Chicken evening, Shaggers. Good evening to you, Spanish Chicken. Robert Lunn, how is Ada? What about the two girls from Hull or Whitby? Bex? Yeah, Ada is okay. I sent him a message because somebody got in touch with me. I think I put this on last time. Jason, what do you want for Christmas this year? Don't say world peace. I want an end to a lot of things. That's what I want. Almost 500 views on your last video, despite the mad lad. I didn't notice that. I don't look at views very often. What do I want for Christmas? Oh, right. So anyway, Bex is, as far as I know, because I don't have much contact with her. It was always Adi that had the contact with her. And I've not really had much contact with Adi since he had his stroke. I've only spoke to him a couple of times, and I've texted him, obviously. And I texted him last week because somebody got in touch with me asking me how he was on behalf of Dr. Adil. Dr. Adil, Yeah, and who wanted to know how Adi was after the. But the thing was, the comment didn't come up. It came up on my notifications, but I couldn't read it all. The email was cut off at the beginning, and it didn't show up in the comments. And now, when you do that newest first thing, it don't work. They, you know, the comments, they're censored. They're just censored, and I don't know why. Yeah. What do you want for Christmas? Well, obviously, I won't mind a new leg. And I want to feel better. I want to feel better so that I can be more productive and do things. And I want my hands to get better. My hands have just now, they're still the same. It's when I touch, it's like I'm touching end of the, you know, I can feel the end of nerves, and it's really like really weird. It's really weird, and I don't seem to have any oil in my hands as well, you know, so I can't pick it up. If I'm doing remote control on TV, I have to move it with two hands to get to different numbers. So I've got no oil in my hands. I don't know what that means. I'm seeing a hand expert on Friday, actually. Yeah, Friday. This coming Friday, I'll be seeing the hand expert at the Northern General Hospital. Yeah, good health. Can't argue with that. I'll have the same. Yeah, good health to you as well, Cocker. For Christmas. I know it's a bit early, but we're getting his Christmas wishes in. we're getting his Christmas lists in to Santa Claus. Just a bit of good health. Able to walk on my leg again, or get a new leg, and get out of this wheelchair and off my arse. Because I've been on my arse now for about 3 years, and it's doing my fucking boxing. I'll tell you, fucking rate. It's doing my boxing. Hey dear, just let me get a bit of cherry juice. Tomorrow it will be 6 weeks since I last had an alcoholic drink. So, and it's been easy, and I can't say it hasn't. It's been easy, completely easy. Let me just a few things that I wanted to. Oh yeah, that was the the mad story of the year, I think, where the girl who was urging teenagers to be vaccinated because she got COVID and spent 3 days in hospital with COVID after she'd had her first vaccination. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? What are we just fucking spectators walking around? We're like walking around a fucking haunted house, and oh fucking boo! Someone jumps out, you scares you a bit. Your fucking freedom's gone. Your freedom's going. It's going, and what it's hanging by a thread. It's hanging by a thread. Like your show, I must have said to me. Paid actor. You see, that'll be me. No. Fucking wish I were paid for this. Logic has left the building. Yeah. It's Logic. I don't think Logic even exists anymore. We live in an era of where facts don't mean anything. If you're a boy, that's a fact. You're a boy. You can't decide at any age that you're going to be a girl. The time to fucking decide that you're going to be a girl is when you're a fucking embryo, right? And you either do that, you're like, I don't know, it's X and Y's and fucking X chromosomes and Y chromosomes. And all you got to do is just go fuck off fucking Y chromosomes or your X, depending on which one makes you a girl, boy, and fucking, you know, that's the time. You can't decide afterwards. After you've popped out, after you've lived as a boy for years, and you've thought, oh well, I ain't got many friends. I don't know. You know, mostly my girls are most. You know, most of my friends are girls. So perhaps I should have been a girl. Well, I'll tell you what then. Let's do it, because you can. It's been open to them. Anything has been open. It's been open to you. You can say you are anything. You can do anything. You know this. You can be anyone you want. It's true. You can. You can be anybody you want. You can go online. You can have a Facebook page, which most of the time is, you know, if you're one of these, if you're one of the, as Mark Devlin says, normies. If you're one of the normies and you're, oh God, I fucking went off dinner. Yeah. People lecturing others whilst on a ventilator. And also, when I was in hospital a few weeks ago, right, my wife was allowed in to the hospital, one fucking visitor for 1 hour a day, and it had to be the same person. So obviously it's my wife, right? So 1 hour, one visitor. No fucking cameras, reporters. It just, hang on a minute. Where's my phone? Oh, hello, is that the Sheffield Star? Yes, could you put me through to the Doncaster Star? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a story for you. Why don't you come and take a photo of me? I had my thingy last week, my vaccine last week. Now I'm all fucking COVIDed and that. So can you not come down and take a picture? Because I want other people to be vaccinated so that they don't have to go through this, what I'm doing now after my vaccination. What the fuck? And fucking Peter Parker fucking goes down with his notepad and pen, text. You've seen fucking, what is it? That Afterlife, that Ricky Gervais thing. There's sort of little fucking papers, and then they end up, they took a fucking picture. It's still bullshit. And her hair were waved to the side, so it were all like windswept. Fuck off. Fucking set up. Fucking idiots. Nubian asked a question earlier on. Do I get phantom pains in where my leg used to be? Yeah, I do. I get phantom sensation, but sometimes that turns into pain. It's always there. It always feels like it's there. I can always feel it. I can feel my foot and I can feel my toes, and I can feel my knee, but I just can't bend it, obviously. But I do get phantom sensations. Sometimes I do get phantom pains, and when I get phantom pains, they really fucking hurt. They really hurt. Sometimes they really hurt. Sometimes, like, there'll be a twinge on my toe, like it'll feel like someone's sticking something in my toe. So that sort of phantom pain. I get phantom pain. But I believe it's because when your soul enters your body, your soul is then fits into your body as an entity. And when your leg's gone, it don't mean to say that the leg from your soul's gone. So it's still there. It thinks it's still there because it's part of my soul. So did you ever fall over thinking you had a leg? No, I didn't. I've never done that, actually. It's really weird. I've nearly fell off settee and tried to, and not fell off, but like I've got to edge at settee, and then I've tried to stop myself with my foot that's not there. But you know, I didn't fall. I didn't nearly fall. I just moved me right foot to get me sorted, keep me upright. Jason, what was the cause of your leg loss? I want to ask for months. Yeah, I've got a. I just wanted to read this before it went off screen. I'm sorry, it's just before you, Cocky. It's funny when you hear supposed COVID victims reading a really long, involved scripts. That's when you realise why all the big name actors are paid big money. Yeah, Jason, what was causing your leg loss? Wanted to ask you for months. I've got a condition. I had a blood clot in it. I had a stent put in to the leg, and the stent was infected. And by the time they realised I'd got sepsis and all sorts of stuff, and I was nearly dead, and they had to amputate it. There were no other way, really. And I'd been in so much pain with it that I were looking forward to it coming off. That's how much pain it had given me. It given me. That's a Yorkshire thing, isn't it? I gid you, gidding. It had given me. Yeah, so that's what happened. I've got a condition. I'm on warfarin, and I've got sticky blood syndrome, we'll call it. Did you ever have an out-of-body experience? I believe I have. I believe I do it all the time. A stent is like a tube that goes into the artery, and once the blockage is removed, the stent is put in there to keep the artery open. Yeah, Jason, looking fresh, fully shaven. Out of body experience. I believe I have more time. I have some dreams that are just so real, but they're not dreams, if you know what I mean. They don't happen at dream time. And we'd have to. It's a whole concept, in it, out of body experiences. I'll have to get somebody on about it, actually. I'm interested in that sort of thing. Yeah, I used to go travelling with it on mine. Is Yorkshire in India? Why? What was that? Giddon, I said. Giddon. Gid. I gid you £5. That's why I said Giddon. Yeah, the leg had an off-body experience. It did, yes. I wonder where it is. Well, it's probably in some fucking, I don't know, somebody probably got it as an ornament. Fucking stuffed it. Yeah, this is the left foot. This is the left leg. Can you imagine that? Oh, you know that leg you cut off earlier? Oh, yeah. Can I have it? What for? It's just a project. Oh, yeah, of course you can. There have been cases, haven't there, people taking legs and stuff home after it's been from biology things. Kevin Street says, Jason Holmes show, good evening. Yeah, decided. I thought it is my show. I'm on it. I'm doing it. There's nobody else on with me, so I might as well call it that. There's loads. They all call it the my name, insert name here show. The insert name here show. The insert name here show. So I did that. I thought I might as well do that. The Jason Holmes Show on Raconteurs News. In fact, I'll have to get a little thing for corner screen that replace that RN thing with a picture of me smiling. Yeah. That'd be pretty good. Well, let's have a look. Yorkshire, probably that's where Yorkshire tea comes from. India. Oh, we don't. Do we grow tea here or what? Like years ago when scientists grew an ear on a mouse for experiments, do you think they could grow limbs in the future? Well, maybe they could, but I'm sure that everything's going to be possible. Yeah, with the Holmes hat and pride profile. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sean. Jace, you looking forward to your digital ID? Fucking won't be having one. I hope not. Well, I won't be having one. I'm not going to buy one, am I? They'll probably fucking cost about 500 quid. How long been doing show? As in years? Been started in January 2016. I'd had a heart attack in December 2015. And as I was recovering, Andy approached me and said, I don't want to do this, because he was doing a show with somebody else. He says, I don't want to do the show with him because he's doing me fucking head in. Yeah, so he says, would you do a show with me? And I thought, well, so it started off really. Andy's show, well, it was our show, but Andy was the main presenter, and I just used to come on and talk shit and have some yeah. So we started then, 2016, January. First guest was Lennon Honor, who's now like a YouTube star. He'd go on to his lives sometimes. He's in America, see. He's in California, I think. He's he's a big star. Go on some of his lives when he's doing live shows, and he just talks about one topic, really. And he's got this. It's a black dude, but what he does is he sort of like rips black people. He tells, you can't do this and say that, and then say that you've got respect for women and stuff like that. He just does one subject, and he's got a mostly black audience. But I've seen where he's had nearly on YouTube. He's had 1,000 people watching live now. So I don't think I'll be able to get him on again. Jason, would you do a radio station like James Stanage used to do? I don't know who James Stanage is. Hi there, Mandy. Good evening to you. Robert Bright, good evening to you as well. See Mark Salon, Mr. Weber's, great people. Yeah, it's we've on your show. We've had some great people on over the years. We've had some people on, people that have come and gone in more ways than one. Guy Taylor, who died. I think his show were. I think he's show's definitely up on Raconteurs News YouTube channel, or it'll be on the Alter Edge Media, which is my other channel. So it'll be on there. Yeah, so some people that have come and gone. John Hamer, who I've been trying to get in touch with again. I'm not getting anything. I think he's a little bit, perhaps a little bit, what's the word? Fucking hell. I'm losing my words. What? Clandestine? Yeah. Clandestine, then. Whatever else we're going to say. Thomas Turney. Oh, here we go. James Stanage was a Piccadilly DJ. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not really I won't want to do mainstream radio. I did a bit of that in Dubai, and I didn't really like it, being told what to do, rather even or what to play. Evening, Jason at Raconteurs News. Hope you had a good bank holiday, just like every other. Apart from our lass had another day off, and because she's off Friday as well, that put her down to a 3-day week. Oh, fucking dog! Can you hear him? Can you hear that fucking dog? He's bit me today. Do you want to see where he's bit me? He jumped up on my fucking pushchair and he's bit me. Fucking right there. The total bastard. He just jumped up and bit me. Fucking hurts and all. See my nipple, look. It's just got moist in the chat room. There you go. Little cunt. Yeah, Watson, the little bastard. He's honestly, he's doing me fucking head in. What do you prefer this? It's just at my mouth, or perhaps upside down. Hang on, no. There we go. I know, what the fuck? It hurts as well. He just jumped up. He jumped up at me and bit me. Good job. He could have bit my nipple off, couldn't he? He could have had my nipple out. You should think about why he bit you. Didn't bit me for nothing. For absolutely nothing. He does need a slap. Fortunately, his mummy's here, so he don't get a slap. Well, he don't get a slap anyway. I don't believe in hitting things that are smaller than you. So, and he's definitely smaller than me, but he don't mind fucking biting me. He probably thinks that big fucking bald-headed bastard, I can fucking do it. He's going nowhere. He's not fucking chasing me, especially on that fucking thing. He can hardly get off a fucking rugging room. That's how he thinks, right? I'll go and have a fucking chop at him. Boom. There you go. He knows you can't kick him, lol. I've got one foot that can kick. He can kick with one foot, you know. He wants to watch his son. Bite him back. Watson hasn't forgotten. Honestly, he just fucking... He just... oh, dear. Look, let me show you this again. What's graphic for viewers. There you go. Some of you have noticed then that I ain't got no underpants on as well. There we go. I can hear him coming up. Set the cat on him. We ain't got a cat. The cat has been rehomed with my stepson. and his girlfriend. Hear him?
Hey. Look how cute he is. You better fuck off, little cunt.
Okay, now. See what? There you go. You think I'm exaggerating on that, and I just nipped me scent? No chance. No chance. He's gone. What do you think? What do you think about Joe Biden? He's a bit fucking dog. He's a fucking dog. He has Satan in him. He is fucking Satan. You need a taser. Oh fucking yeah. Because that's just she's not done out to him. He just wants to fucking bite her out. Although he don't bite Danielle like he does me. Yeah, he is. He fucking bites you. You remember them from when I said we could like get all different species, and instead of like in the reptile species, instead of having alligators and crocodiles and fucking thing, and snakes and shit like that, fucking put them all in the same thing and call them a bites you. A bites you, but not going to fucking bite you because we don't live anywhere near crocodiles. And he's a bites you. See, he goes in with crocodiles and fucking sharks. And fucking, I watched Jaws 3 other night actually. Reminded me of him. He don't like males. It just don't like. It just does it. We've never done anything. He might suffer from post-traumatic stress. He may be doing that after lockdown because it did upset him a lot. He's like Norman Bates' dog. Better than TV, this? Well, I fucking hope so. He's certainly got some issues. So we tried to get somebody to come along. A trainer who came along and told us got him sorted and we were fine. It's just that we've not carried it up. We can start again. It's not a massive problem. It's either that or I'm going to have to have him executed, and I really don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Dog counsellor, taxidermy. Anything's better than TV. Bull PTSD. Yeah, yeah. Sea is the most playful, loving thing at times. It just, I don't know. What we got? We got a moon. No moon. Can't see a moon. Yeah. Fucking not falling for that. Try reaching out with an animal communicator or an animal homeopath. You should have got a llama. Oh, did you see that story about the alpaca? Yeah. It was terrible, weren't it? They've killed him because he's got some cow. If I were fucking Geronimo, I'd have been in there and got me lawyer because they went to court, didn't they? I'd have gone in and said, no, then I'm a fucking alpaca. I've got fuck all to do with cows. I'm not going to fucking see him, am I? Perhaps he's jealous you've still got balls, Jason. Listen, nobody be jealous of my balls. Yeah, Geronimo is dead. When I was in villages of Poland, there were a lot of dogs that did not like males. I just did not have eye contact with these dogs, and they left me alone. There you go, Richard. That's the thing, though, isn't it? Some of them. Jason has to work on his fake sincerity to get to Graham Norton or Wogan levels. I don't want to get to Graham. Oh, fucking hell. You see, well, there you go. But the Graham Norton show, see? The Graham Norton show, the Terry Wogan show, or just Wogan. I should just call it Holmes, shouldn't I? Holmes from Raconteurs News. It'll make us sound like a deep, lovely, rich ice cream in a bowl and a spoon, a silver spoon made in Sheffield. And you obviously put it on side for until it like warms up a bit because it's fucking very hard. Then you eat it. I see that story. I know they killed him. R.I.P. Geronimo. Yeah, we like alpacas in here. We like alpacas. There's a bunch not far from here. They called a gang. Oh, right. I thought you were telling me like what the collective noun for some alpacas were. A gang, but obviously not. Yeah, we got some just up road, and I've took some pictures on them. A few. In fact, I'll put them on. I'll upload them for another time when I'm on again. You'll see them. The fucking nosy bastards, all looking at me. Fucking all lot of them. Nosy cunts, and they were quite far away, I know. Holmes is where the heart is. Yeah. Yeah, see, we've got the Richie Allen show, the only journalist, the only true journalists left in the entire fucking world. Don't come to me with your stupid stories. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. This is what's going on. All these fucking idiots are getting fucking seen and getting their message out, and it's fucking, they're idiots. They're all fucking either paid shills, or they're just fucking idiots that like you keep on you keep on doing what you're doing, and we'll keep on giving you some fucking money and making sure that you get all hits and all that sort of shit. I don't know. The Jeremy Kyle show. Couldn't eat a whole one. Geronimo and alpacas, yeah. Geronimo. R.I.P. Resting. Fly high. Fly. People pull that shit, don't they, on Facebook page? I know, but they'll put, yeah, over Rainbow Bridge. Is that where good animals go, or just all of them, even if you've been shit? All of them. So it don't fucking matter. If you're an animal, you don't need a religion because it don't fucking matter. You just go over Rainbow Bridge. Over Rainbow Bridge, well, first of all, from the abattoir, there is first a bullet, a bolt in the head, and then you're over the Rainbow Bridge. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Yeah. So why do you eat meat? Can't argue with that. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Oh, and you're allergic to salad as well. You've what? Oh, have you? What cow? Oh, right, okay. So once it's in your belly, it's Rainbow Bridge. And then what happens to it? It comes out as, yeah. I wonder what's on a Rainbow Bridge, though, you know. What if they don't like meadows and sunshine? So they get whatever they want. Right, so knowing my luck, I'll go over Rainbow Bridge by accident. I'll take a fucking wrong turning and I'll be over Rainbow Bridge and there'll be fucking loads of dogs there that'll fucking chew on me. Yeah. Bread's got meat in it. Bread got meat in it? Does it? I don't think it has. Oh, it's got stuff, animal products in it. 1 million chickens being slaughtered right now. Weep for the alpaca, lol. Yeah, that's the problem. You know, if people had to kill their own food, then there'd be a lot more vegetarians knocking about. I believe they suddenly said they should turn it on their head. They should turn it on the fucking heads and just say, right, that's it. Old government's gone. We've got rid of them. The corrupt fuckers. But now there's some new rules. If you're going to eat meat, you're going to have to fucking show it. You can't pay somebody to do it for you. You've got to do it. You've got to go in. If you're going to eat fucking meat, you've got to go and kill what you're going to eat. And then, you know, there you go. People will have to kill people to survive the upcoming apocalypse. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got loads. Doctors send me because I weren't eating it one time. They send me protein shakes. So I get boxes. I get about 4 or 5 boxes every month, and I don't use them because I'm eating now. Yeah. So there you go. We'll be able to sell it on black market, won't we? Buy some vodka. You can't eat a vaxxed person. How would you know? Kevin Street, there was a GoFundMe page set up for a national burial for him. Who's that then? Who are we talking about here? I'm nosy and I'm going through chat room. Oh, Geronimo. Oh, yeah. Fucking. I mean, come on. A fucking funeral for a fucking alpaca. Are you kidding? And about fucking 10,000 people will turn up. They'll sell fucking loads of burgers. There'll be a burger van there. They'll have portaloos there already because they know that this shit's going to happen. So, and then they'll have fucking alpaca lying in state on its side, obviously, because it won't allow its back. And it's got a cow disease. How's it going to, you know, is it going to infect other, leave it on its own.
Thousands of people turned out for that Afghanistan boys.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean. But for an alpaca, there'll be fucking more, loads more. But for a fucking old war hero who's, you know, outlived everybody else, he's not fucking, you know, there's no cunt there until somebody puts something in paper, and then, you know, perhaps 200 odd servicemen and things and people, you know, that's well-wishers, fucking well-wishers at a fucking funeral. Mourners would turn up, but a bit, you know, do it with an animal, it was like that fucking lion or that gorilla. You know, I don't believe in killing animals for sake of it. I don't believe, you know, just killing them for sake of it. But when your gorilla's got your fucking baby, and he's holding your baby, no matter how they're holding it, they could fucking suddenly just wah, 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 fucking rip limb from limb, or fucking throw it about, thinking it's a fucking, like him. Apart from like he's got right long hands on bottom and no hair and clothes on. But if it's your kid who's gorilla's got, you're fucking taking shot yourself, aren't you? So you can't. I don't like it, but sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it just goes too fucking. People just go too far. Socially distant alpacas, yeah. Birds scare me. Then my mentality is psychopathic. Oh yeah. They fucking fly off. Go near a bird, and they'll fly off. They fucking fly off. Oh, I tell you, in fact, I don't. I'll tell you a bird fucking story. One night years ago, when I had 2 legs and we had cats, we didn't have a dog, and the cat came in, and I could hear tweet, tweet, tweet. It got a bird, right? Anyway, the bird managed to get out of the jaws of the cat and started flying around the kitchen. And so I banged my feet and to free the cat out through cat flap, and then tried to lock cat flap and then catch bird. Anyway, I didn't catch bird. Well, I did catch bird, and it come and sat outside of me. And what I'm doing is, because I can't fucking duck cat flap, I can't lock cat flap. Cat's boom, 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 trying to get in at this bird, and the bird sat outside of me, and it's like that. So I have to pick bird up, leg it out of the front door. So opposites, because they're both in the same kitchen, leg it out of the front door, and I went and put bird in a tree across road, in an edge across road. But it were fun. Yeah, to be there, I think. Yeah. Wonder what happens zoos these days. Animal prisons. Don't look up cranes on YouTube. What's that all about? Don't look up cranes on YouTube. They're all about torture. I do know, sometimes I think it's in cold in this chat room. Yeah, I wonder what happens to zoos. My place is full of black feathers from my cat. Yeah, fortunately, that wasn't a regular occurrence, because I think our cats were a bit dopey, but I think it were more mouses that used to come in with dead ends, rather than birds. Mouses. Not this kind of mouses, but a different kind of mouses. I haven't got one at hand. Oh, God. I mean, remember we spoke that Sean's brought this into my mind when he's talking about weather forecasts. We had they were told us that we've got Africa coming or something. Africa were going to be here, and we're going to be as hot as that, but we are all fucking stripy horses and fucking lions and that. And it's this heat wave's going to last 30 days. 30 days. Never fucking turned up at all. Didn't turn up at all. That's when you order something from Africa. It don't come. So there's a thing. a little tip for you. If you're going to order something, don't order it from Africa because it won't come. Apart from Kenya, they're pretty honest people. Proper lunatics. Proper lunatics. Every Gael I meet. Ooh, I've never met any Gaels, I don't think. Saves money on cat food. Yeah, I suppose it does. Listen, if you want to bob on, then please feel free to do so. On this, it is the 31st of the 8th, 2021, and you're listening to the Jason Holmes Show on Raconteurs News, or just the Holmes Show, or just Holmes. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. A lot of sunflowers come have a lot of sunflowers come to the earth. Can I come on and have a discussion on artichokes? Yeah, mate. I don't know all about them. But knock yourself out. Get yourself on. Talk about artichokes. We talk about any sort of chokes, really. Triple Nelson, or anybody remember that sort of thing. Still not heard from Leeds. Did say he'd be in touch soon. I really hope he's all right. I hope he's all right. Yeah, first vaccine. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I found funny. I was watching something on. It was something that was just on, but it was about World War II and Charles Lindbergh, and it said that he briefly flew in World War II he flew with two different types of aircraft, but he flew in World War II in Japan, over Japan and stuff. But then he said, this was, of course, before he did his famous flight from, I think it's New York to Paris, in 33 1/3 hours. Why say it like that? Why not 3 hours and 20 minutes? Why 33 1/3 hours? I just thought it would. I mean, it were nothing to do what were the subject matter of the thing. It was just it was just the way he said it. 33 1/3 hours. Thought it was just a bit weird. We know the 3s and the 6s and all the 9s and the 11s. It's going to be 9/11 in a few weeks. This is probably why we've got this Taliban thing going off, because it's down the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and that's quite a big one. That's going to be huge for scaring people again about terrorism, and to have a Taliban that's there. To have a Taliban, they're already there to take the blame. This is from, but what they're going to do? I mean, if they do this and blame it on Afghanistan, what are they going to do? Are they going to invade it again? Are they going to go back? Can we have the stuff back? A lot of it. Sorry, I was just reading something up here. From what your name has written, a lot of addictions are going to be abruptly cut from supply someday soon. Watch out for the side effects of that. It won't be pretty. What? I mean, what are you thinking about? Something specific, or what is your prediction for Saturday the 11th? I don't know. Don't think. I think it's just going to be a huge re-traumatization of people, even people that weren't there, that weren't even born at that time, are going to be traumatized by this. So there might be a terrorist attack. I can't see them doing it. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to, unless they're going to blame it on Syria or Iran. I mean, Iran, that's probably what they want next. That's probably what they're going to try and do next. Ron Malcolm's trying to get on. His devices are not connected. If you go off and come back on, Ron, it probably will work. It's just sometimes it take a bit of time to come on. Or if you just stay there, they probably will come on then. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Oh, right. Sean says meds, coffee, weed, tobacco, alcohol, sex, etc. Yeah, I've heard Afghanistan has a lot of lithium, which might be important for batteries in an electrified world. The attacks in the UK will be fake. There will be actors. Of course they will. We know they will. But I think they'll be a little bit more subtle than they were on 9/11 and 7/7. They seem to have been able to just move along. You know what I mean? From certain things. You never hear that it's the anniversary of Joe Cox getting shot. You never hear it's the anniversary of the Algerian attack on British tourists, where up to nearly 30, I think, British tourists were reportedly killed. You don't hear that. You don't hear. It's just the little ones are here because the big one did its job. The big one did its job. It scared the fuck out of everybody. It worked, and it brought up a yeehaw, America, yeah, and they're all clapping the firefighters and that, and no wrong with that. It's like an American thing, isn't it? And it were for most people, it were a terrorist attack. Someone were attacking the country, so they were gonna try to honour the people that were helping, and a lot of them people deserve honours for what they did. A lot of the CIA and MI8 doing. Didn't they know the Taliban was waiting in the wings? Take over. They are busy spying on us, probably. No, mate. Honestly, I can't add you. It says they will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. That's what it's saying, Ron. Try disconnecting and then connecting again. It sometimes does this. It sometimes does this, folks. Ron's trying to get on. It'd be nice to talk to Ron. It'd be nice to talk to anybody, actually. Because, I spoke to my wife in the last hour. We're at an hour, 4 minutes, hour and 4 minutes. Funny how the Rona has gone and they are back. Yeah, but the everything's in place for the Rona all the stuff's in place. Everything's there. It's in the background. It's there all the time. So, you know, it's to be wheeled out as they can wheel it out. Lockdown. Too many. You're going into lockdown. You're not doing as you're told. It's all our fault. 9/11, our fault. Everything's our fault. This green fucking policy that like, there we go. We've got an ad to stream there. There he is.
Hey up.
Hey, Ron, how you doing, mate?
I'm still alive. I made it through the night.
That's good.
I was going to say, let me turn the light on. I look like I'm in the dark room. It's better, isn't it? Slightly.
That's better.
Lighting here is crap.
Your internet? Yeah, we can hear you okay, mate.
No, I said the lighting.
Oh, the
I've got
lighting.
these LED lights, supposed to be white light, but they're, I don't know what they are.
They're fucking horrible. Get rid of them.
Yeah, well, I had those other ones, you know, the ones that had knots in them. Got some of the older type ones, but I don't know. I hardly had the lights on at all. You know, so I don't really have them. Oh, I can't get comfortable with this chair. Get stuck. Fucking bloody thing. Right. Yeah, I've got really fed up with this COVID.
Yeah, I think they have as well.
I think someone has. I was going to say, I just...
Go on.
No, so I just need move off the subject. I was thinking about doing a short movie. I just got to get off my arse and do it. I was going to do a thing about the seasons. You know, the seasons changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to post it on YouTube because my videos don't do any good on YouTube. So I'm on that Odyssey, so I might post it on there. But it's just getting the time. I mean, I went out today and looked at some places to film, you know, out in the countryside, because I'm quite close by the country. You know, it's close by the canal, and there's open spaces and farms around and all sorts of stuff. And I thought, oh, I'll go out and do a bit of a recce and then just call it sort of autumn and get back to nature, because we were talking to Cookie about it last night and last week on other chat things.
Yeah.
Just try and get away from the noise, because it's, you know, I mean, I watch far too many videos on YouTube and Odyssey, not so many on Rumble. Rumble's not very good at all, actually.
Right. So, it is sensible to take a break from time to time, like you're saying. Get yourself out and go and have a walk down canal, and perhaps do a bit of photography or filming. You know, you disconnect yourself for a while. I do it. I do it quite often.
I need to do something, because the noise is just getting too much. You know, it's never ending. You know, everywhere you go, everybody's talking about this, you know, and freedoms and everything else. I've always been free. You know, it's a state of mind, what I think, anyway. You know, I go out when I want. I go where I want. I don't wear a mask. Never will wear a mask. And I never get the jibby. So, I did have some good news today.
Oh, good. We always like
Trying
good
to
news.
I've been trying to get away from the doctors. They've been putting me off and putting me off because, like, I've come off my meds and I feel 100% better. I've started to eat a bit better as well, and I've started taking vitamins and a bit more zinc and a bit more magnesium and some selenium, which is really good. I found out what was causing my problems with my thyroid. It's gluten in bread. So I
Right.
thought, well, I'll come off that. I'll go on gluten-free bread because you got to have a bit of bread, don't you?
Yeah, of course you have. Yeah, I've just changed to brown bread actually.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got some gluten-free bread. The only problem is it's horrendously expensive. Anything that does you any good is just expensive. You want to get fruit and vegetables. They're not cheap. Or as opposed you go out and buy you know a rubbishy old burgers or something. Like in the freezer section at the supermarket. And you'd be lucky if you get hooves or saddles in them now. But I mean,
Yeah, but people are forced into them
really,
decisions, aren't they? People are forced to eat crappy food like that because
yeah,
it's if you want something that's grown the way that nature intended, then it's going to cost you more money. And the reality is, many people can't afford that. And if you've got kids and stuff, they eat burgers every day, and so mum's getting, keeping peace, feeding them what they want. I just don't know answer. Some sort of regulation on organic food so that it can't be any more expensive than its um, non-organic counterpart. But then that just means that the non-organic counterpart will probably raise its price to the organic, so that that they're the same. I don't know. It's just that people are forced into this. People are forced by poverty, and by not, just by not having enough money to be able to eat well, and not having the education as well to eat well. A lot of them won't have learned to cook off the mother. I mean, there'll be probably more girls, women now that learn to cook crystal meth off the mother, you know,
yeah,
rather than getting any cooking advice on feeding herself. So it seems we're hanging on by a thread. There's a
yeah.
danger of the fucking zombie. There's a danger of the zombies taking over, and I think we're probably already at that stage.
Well, I was going to say I taught myself to cook. I mean, I did like cooking when I was at school, actually, but I did go to an all boys school, so but the only thing I could cook then was an apple pie, which I made, like from all the ingredients. It weren't sort of a shop bought that you whacked in the oven. Just done that, and then being divorced twice, you learn to cook really quickly, or you starve. I don't live off of these ready meals, which is easy to do. I mean, I did when I first started, but then I thought, oh well, it works out more expensive, and you don't get everything you want. So I cook everything from scratch. Like if I get some meat, I've got one of these. They call them air fryers, but I mean all they are just a glorified oven. But
Yeah,
most everything goes in there. As I say, I peel my own potatoes and I chop my own vegetables. So I try and eat at least one cooked meal a day. I have the cornflakes in the morning. But I was going to bring up another subject, but it's a bit controversial.
Go on then.
Well, no, I was on the chat the other night, and I was talking to Dinny, and he said he'd like to hear some horror stories from the cabs. You know, I said I was a taxi driver for about 15 years. And was
Right.
talking about the only thing was, in all the time that I drove a cab, I only ever saw one accident happen in front of me. But I was saying to him that I had a real dislike about, because I used to work out at the local station, and really the only time we ever got sort of busy when somebody chucked himself in front of a train.
Right.
You know. And one of the horror stories that I heard, I mean, it didn't happen to me, but one, you know, like you got the old boys who've been doing it for years and years and years and years, told me about one thing where somebody had completely naffed it up at the station, you know, like, and it was a girl, which is, you know, it's a horrible thing for somebody to throw themselves in front of a train. She didn't do it properly. She ended up going down the side of the train and spraying everybody. You know, that's got to be a horrific story. And the worst part, they all came screaming out of the station trying to get in the cabs, and the cab drivers wouldn't let them get in the car because they're all covered in claret and bits of this woman, which is a bit of a horror story. I don't know what I would do if that happened to me.
Well, probably get cleaned up.
You know. Yeah, I was going to say, you know, just horrific, you know. Or the same cab driver told me actually that he was waiting outside at the local station, and some old bloke come walking out, and he was grey, you know, like he was just grey. Wasn't somebody who jumped in front of the train, but he just said he got in the car and he went, and then died in the front seat. And
All right. Okay.
You know, I mean, those are the horrific ones. The funny ones was one of the funny ones. Uh, there used to be two Rons on the rank, and as I'm quite sure, I was Little Ron, and there was Big Ron, and Big Ron had picked up this woman, and she wanted to go to this hospital. So he picked her up and he drove her to his hospital. And when he was driving, he could smell not very good things coming from the back seat, and she'd missed herself. And when she got to the other end, she only had a fiver. I think the job came to about 20 quid or something. I don't know, whatever. Because it was in London. Even though I am quite close to London, it's still a fair, at least good 17 miles away. And it works out about 20 quid. And that's going back over sort of 20 odd years ago. And that's all she gave him. And he had to come back and clean the car. So that put him off the road. And the funny part is that I didn't help it any, because when I walked up to him, I said to him, Ron, look, I haven't got 20 quid. I said, I've got a fiver. Can I just have a piss in the back?
And a shit.
No, not a shit. No, she had a shit. It cost him 20. It cost him 20 quid, not 15 quid. So I said, well, I haven't got 20 quid. I said, I can give you a fiver for a piss in the back seat. I won't tell. Well, he told me to fuck off. But I mean, that's, you know, you've got to have a sense of humour. I think that's one thing that everybody seems to have lost now, is a sense of humour. Cab drivers are terrible for sense of humour. You know, I mean, it's like in most jobs. You know, you get funny stuff. Or there was another funny one where I was actually talking. I don't know if you know anything about cab drivers, but the major illness with cab drivers is drinking and gambling. And we lost a cab driver who used to drink at a local drinking club, and I knew him really well. And what most cab drivers do, I mean, if they don't, they must have them up your way. They're called school runs, you know, where they actually pick the school kids up and they take them out to well, what he had to do was go and pick up an escort because the child was quite young, so he had to have an escort along with him to do it. And what happened was he'd gone on the local bypass, which is an absolute nightmare. I don't know who designed it. I think he must have been sniffing something when he designed it. It's a terrible road to drive on. And what happened was, well, I don't know exactly what happened, but he overturned the car. The escort got seriously injured because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt on the back. The kiddie was, which survived without any injury, and the car ended up rolling on top of him, killed him. You know, and you see yourself, you know, it's you know, it's a professional job, really. You don't hear many cab drivers rolling cars, or I mean, right, sometimes you can make a mistake, but God knows what happened. But somebody had said that he was actually, you know, he'd been drinking the night before, and that could have been it. But also said another thing, which was a gambling thing as well. You know, we always, me and my mate used to do a magazine picking up all the foibles of other cab drivers, and we used to take the rise out of them all the time. But I was standing outside the station, and there was about 2 steps into the station, and I was talking to this cab driver, an old lag. I mean, he's dead now. Most of the geezers that I've talked about are gone, you know, they died a few years ago. I've been talking to him, and we turned around and watched this bloke running up to get a train, and he tripped up the 2 or 3 stairs, and without actually breaking, I shouted out to him. I said, "Oi, mate," I said, we're not licensed for dancing." And then, because his other cab driver starts laughing, and I said to him, "It's always the way, isn't it? You always try and get some folks to get a couple of steps in before the music starts."
Right. Well, I didn't hear all of that. I'm not sure everybody else at home. I'm trying to scroll through chat. So sorry about that. But yeah, when you were a cabbie, did you often get proposition for some backseat gymnastics rather than them paying their fare?
No, not really. I did actually pick up a group of 4 girls. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did pick up 4 girls. 2 of them I knew. They actually worked at the local cafe. You know, like we used to go to the local cafe. But I'm going back into probably the late 80s. When I was young, good looking, full head of hair, you know, dashing. Looked better when I was sitting down. And these 4 girls were going to the local, well, not local, but it was a nightclub actually where I live now. So it was like the next town along. And there was a club there. And they always used to say, you know, "Can you come and pick us back up later? You know, we've told the office we want to be picked up at 2 o'clock in the morning," which is, you know, you'd rather be in bed at 2 o'clock, but you'd say, "Okay, I'll pick you up at 2 o'clock. I'll meet you outside the club." Anyway, we halfway across going over there, they all decided they wanted to have a wee. And lucky enough, there was a golf course, you know, like a golf course with bushes and everything. And they all got out and had a slash in the sort of like the undergrowth, and I didn't know where to look. One place I weren't going to look was where they were having a pee. Anyway, they all got back in the car. So when I picked them up at 2 o'clock, one sat in the front with her hand on my leg all the way home, and she was the last one to get out. And she propositioned me, and I said no, because a couple of cab drivers got caught. Well, they got away, but they got caught because was I think one cab driver had a sexual liaison with a young girl, not underage because it was late, but she actually got raped later and then fingered him.
Right.
So he had to make a quick getaway. But yeah. I mean, I did have a few expeditions in the back seat, but only when I was younger. You know.
So, what do you make? What do you make of? Let's just change its subject just a little bit, because you know we're like fucking on the buses at the moment.
Husband's holiday,
What's your thoughts on 20 years wasted in Afghanistan? What do you think they're up to? Because it seems weird that it's just fucking popped up and then suddenly they're gone. I mean, America's gone tonight.
yeah. I don't know. Are they concentrating on something else? Are they trying to sort of go and then come back? I mean, I did hear that the UK were going to send their own troops over there to help the ones that helped the UK in Afghanistan. So, God knows. I mean, you knew you were in problems when Biden got in. I mean, the geezer don't know who he is, let alone where he is.
No, it's certainly not the sharpest pencil in the pencil case, is it? It's
I
just
mean, I
fucking
did.
mental.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a thing from the Americans, like a video on Thingmob, and they were posting memes. And every time he opens his mouth, he always seems to end up putting both feet in it, doesn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
he was quoting he was saying, get the vaccine. And he said you could find more information. And right behind him, it had government org. And he's saying, go to the government.com. And you thought to yourself, oh, he's not reading the auto cue, or he hasn't looked at what he's supposed to be looking at. And you think he's just not there, is he? He's completely gone. I don't know if it's Alzheimer's by proxy. I don't know what it is. Really can't understand.
Well, it's a huge waste.
Everything is a distraction now.
It's a huge waste of life.
Yeah.
It's fucking wankers in suits sending boys to go and get fucking shot to death. I mean, I had this idea that if we go to if Parliament votes to go and invade somewhere, right, not defenders, but they're invading somewhere like they did Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay, so every fucking MP that votes to go to war, if it goes through, then all the MPs that voted, they're assigned a number from, I don't know, 1 to 400. Say it's 400, from 1 to 400, right? And then as soon as one of our boys is killed in this fucking stupid fucking war, oh, fuck off.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm glad you got in on that. I just noticed it. Someone's spamming the chat. Where's the mods?
An error occurred. I've put it in timeout because it wouldn't let me block it. Anyway,
isn't it?
yeah, fucking coming along. Yeah, so as soon as whoever draws one, right, they're in firing line, because as soon as one of our boys is killed, he has to go out and replace it. That MP has to go out and replace them. That'd soon stop it. It'd soon stop it. Fucking stupid wars.
Can't seem to stop it. Keep clicking on it and it just won't let me do anything with it.
What's that?
I said I tried to click on it, it won't let me do anything with it. It's got no name, it's just advertising.
Webcam chats, hot girls and boy video chats.
Yeah, it won't seem to do anything. No.
Newbie,
Anyway,
you know yourself what it's like trying to persuade people not to get vaccinated. The brainwashing is strong, yeah. It is.
Yeah,
it is completely a pointless task to try and tell somebody don't get vaccinated, because they've just been told by everybody, every single fucking person that they see, that they should get a vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, I had my shopping delivered by a well-known supermarket, and the geezer, he wasn't a small geezer, a big geezer. He must have been in his 20s or early 30s. That drink's coming back on me. And I said to him, you're wearing a mask. He said, yeah, well, they say I have to wear it. And I said, you've been vaxxed? He went, yeah. I said, have you looked into what's in it? He said, oh, no, I've got to go now. Ta-ra. We need to discuss it. So I thought to myself, okay, well, it's your problem. You can get on with it. As I say, I've given up with most people now. I just take the pee out of them, really.
Well, that's all you can do, innit?
The only place I use it now. I go up the local kebab shop. I went up tonight, and there was I went up there before, and people wait outside while I'm in the shop because I'm not wearing a mask, even though there's signs all over the place. When I asked them about the signs, they said they didn't put them up. They said the local council did. So I said to them, I said, it's nothing like owning your own business, is it? Because they keep telling me that they own their own business. I said, no. I said, you work for the council. It's just that they get you to pay them so that you can be in business. That's one reason why I'm not a cab driver anymore. All I was just a glorified council employee who was working for the council, but I was paying for everything myself, like the car, the insurance, the licenses. You wouldn't believe how much it costs to become a cab driver, I'll tell you. So I thought, no, that's not a job for me.
No.
When I get my qualifications, I'll have so many job offers, I won't know what to do with them. Never used them in anger.
Anyway, I think we've come to the end. I'm a bit knackered. We've done an hour and a half, and I think we've sufficient had a sufficient amount of us. So yeah, cheers, Ron, for coming on, mate. It's been a pleasure talking to you and getting your taxi stories. And come on again another time.
No, I won't come on with any more taxi stories. They're about as exciting as a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Well, I didn't want to say out, you see.
No,
I'm only kidding. Someone said it was like Uncle Albert. With your red top on, you look like Father Christmas.
Yeah, everybody says that.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I might come on again, I might not. I mean, as I say, I'm so sick and tired of this COVID, and I can't think of anything else because everything else has been said, hasn't it? We know
Yeah,
what's going on.
we've talked ourselves to death, haven't we? And
Yeah, I was going to say we all.
they've
It just
lulled us
goes
into a
on and
false
on and
sense of
on.
security. They've lulled us into a false sense of security. That all those ones that are on the stage, fucking Mark Steele, fucking that fucking Sheramani woman, Ike's, fucking, you know, they gave people hope, and what now? I mean, what now? What we've done a demo. Now what? We should be doing what France are doing. France are doing demos, and I don't want to look like I'm inciting violence, but
I mean, I don't think it needs violence. It's just I just wish people could see. The other thing I was going to say I discuss with people is nobody likes to be scammed, and then some people get scammed and they don't admit to being scammed. So even if somebody wakes up and say to themselves, "Oh dear, I seem to have been tricked here," they would never ever admit it. When actually you should turn around and say, "Yep, I was well and truly suckered in that one." And that's the only thing you can probably say about it. I mean, like I say, I called it out when it first started. You know, I thought myself, just don't smell good. You know, it just, and I don't trust politicians anyway. I mean, that's another thing I say
it
to
was
people.
obvious
You
from
know,
the
when they
fucking
say,
start. It was obvious from the start what it
yeah,
were about control. You
yeah,
could tell. I mean, as soon as they mentioned it, we were saying it'll be vaccines, and then it's
yeah,
vaccines. You know, while they
yeah,
look for a vaccine, and then suddenly all the world's fucking pharmaceutical companies found a fucking vaccine at the same time. Fuck me, they've been working on cancer for fucking 60, 70, 80 years with billions and billions of pounds. Not found a fucking cure. Oh, but they've got they've got not found a vaccine. You get fucking against cancer. No, but they've found one they all found it at the same time. We're in fucking 12 months. Fuck off. Don't talk to me about fucking COVID and reckon that's got a fucking mask on, and you think you're doing your bit when you're fucking not. All you're doing is making yourself look like a fucking dick to the real people. You look like a dick.
yeah. You know, just say you can't help some people. So I say I just take the piss now. So whenever they turn up with a mask on, especially if I'm in a kebab shop, I said, "Hold up, I think you're being robbed here. Looks like a job." You know, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, people have said to me, like I said about the politicians. You know, whenever I say to them, I say, "Do you trust politicians?" And everybody who's wearing a mask says no. I says, "Well, why are you trusting them now then?" You
Yeah.
know, and you can see the lights come on, but it seems that the electric spark is not working. You know, so
They've got no in their head. They've got no in their head. They just see what BBC tells them, and that's it. And I'm just fucking done with him.
it's
I'm
just
fucking done with
it's
him.
mind numbing. It numbs my brain. It does because I think to myself, you know, I can see it. Why the hell can't anybody else see it? You know, and even people who are supposed to be well educated. I mean, that just shows you how indoctrinated they are. I mean, maybe it's we are spiritually awakened. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know one thing that anybody who's trying to tell me something and they're making money out of it, I know I'm being scammed. Yeah, that's how I know I'm being scammed, because I know damn well they don't care about you. These politicians who keep saying, "Oh, we're trying to save you," they couldn't give a shit about you. You're nothing. You're in the legalese a monster. You know, that's what they call us, monsters, humans, in a legal term. But it's just so mind-numbingly so real, and so I even talk to my neighbours, and they're more worried about keeping their jobs, or they're more worried about other things. Mine was saying, my next door neighbour, she said to me, she said, I had to have the jab, I'd lose my job. I'm sorry. And I said, well, that's up to you. I mean, you don't have to be sorry to me.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's freedom of choice. It's everybody's freedom of choice. I choose not to. And people can. Anybody can do it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's your funeral, as they say.
Yeah, I was going to say, they reckon more people have died of the vaccine now. Well, it's not a vaccine, it's a therapy. But more people have died of having a jibby jab than I think the COVID. But I mean, what I'm not looking forward to is when the bad weather hits. 'Cause I can just taste another lockdown on the horizon. It'll be COVID plus with a bit of tinsel on top or something, because you can't have Christmas again. And they'll keep putting Christmas off. Not that I celebrate it, I don't. I do sort of have a midwinter feast. Cook myself a nice little dinner on Christmas Day, but I don't celebrate Christmas. For one, it's a pagan holiday. But let's get on another subject. But
I have my winter feast when the partridge crows at morning time.
You can't beat a bit of a face. You got an old pirate there. Oh, have you noticed my new picture? Have you noticed my new picture? Because I got fed up with the pirate, because everybody said to me, "Why are you a pirate?" I went, "Arr." That's why. But now I've changed it to the anarchist.
To what?
It's all right. I've got my Bluetooth headphones on, and they've just informed me that my battery's low on my Bluetooth. So it's about time I got off. And you can.
Yeah, we're going to finish anyway. We're going to finish anyway. All right. Hey?
All right. Cheers, Jason. Good talking to you.
Thanks a lot, mate. Good talking to you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Speak to you later.
Set out a bit. See, I'd make a good pirate, because I've only got one leg, and I could put a wooden leg on and have a parrot on my shoulder and a patch on my eye. I'd make a good pirate, see, then. The Long John Silver, and they all got one leg. I could say I used to be a pirate. I could say I used to be one of them Somali pirates. I joined. Oh, that's it. I were a pirate, but then all pirates all died out. So I joined Somalis, and we were a pirate with them. Joined their pirate squad. So there you go. Dog would have the parrot. You're not fucking kidding, mate. You're not kidding. Oh, tell you what. That's painful, that bugger. I'll get some Savlon on it. And, right. Thanks very much, everybody. I'm away. It's the Jason Holmes Show. I'll think of something to do next time. For next time. And I'll try and get some guests on. But there's only certain people I'll talk to. I won't talk to certain people. Yeah, because they're all fucking... Yeah. All right. Take it easy. If you've got any guest suggestions, Jason Holmes 98 at AOL.com. I'm at Beckham Coverup on Twitter, and you can find me on Facebook. You know, it's just a bald guy. Bald guy. Just a bald guy. Talking to myself for a couple of hours. Fucking hell. I miss alcohol.